Welcome to episode 6.
And to answer your question, probably don't do that.
All right, dude. California Sober, episode 6, with your hosts, Mowgli and Trayvon.
Trayvon.
It's not our names, but if you've seen past episodes, you know our names. And if you're just tuning in, hello.
Mowgli.
Mowgli? I don't know. I just came off the top. You were supposed to have them thought out, but I didn't think you had any cool ones thought out.
I actually didn't think of any, but I was just going to make something on the spot. I wasn't sure if it was my time because I was like, last time we didn't air it. So
True. So you'll have next week.
Yeah.
So be better.
So as I was saying earlier, before these hiccups, we have episode 6, but the mic adapter went out on Trey's microphone like a few times during the pod. So we only got like, I think 20 minutes of audio out of the whole hour and a half.
Not what we wanted. Not the whole hour and 15.
So I don't know. I'll still probably release the episode later on, but it's not gonna be an episode 6.
Should just do like random shorts
with it. Yeah.
Conversations.
I feel like we should do random shorts anyways, you know?
Yeah, but that'd be a good one to cut around and figure it out with.
Yeah.
Just because it's not a complete.
Yeah.
Oh, well, text messages.
It's cool how it does that, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But yeah, anyways, dude, so here we are, dude. We're at a new location. Trey's apartment is under construction right now.
Yep, my room is under construction because my apartment's hired shitty roofers. I was living like I was homeless for a little while.
You had mold.
I had pots and pans in my room collecting water when it rained, and for whatever fucking reason, it decided to rain all the weeks that my roof was messed up.
Yeah, so. It rained pretty hard. Also, you know what's crazy is apparently like a good percentage of the rain that happened, like California is not going to be able to collect it for usage because the way that a bunch of the the design of like Orange County and shit like that, and just California in general, it's made to not flood. So a lot of it just dumps into the ocean.
What are you talking about? Everything floods.
Yeah, but they made their like canals and shit, so it leads to the ocean. So it won't flood the streets.
But it does.
It happens way less than in Sacramento.
True, because apparently Sacramento did flood. Bonus content coming out soon.
Like crazy too.
I guess. I don't know. I'm just so used to here.
Yeah.
And then like
we can drink now, by the way. It's been like 2 minutes.
Yeah, cool.
We're trying to follow the YouTube guidelines where not allegedly, because I know you can't cuss and like do explicit content for like the first 15 seconds. Or they'll demonetize your videos, which we're not even monetized, but whatever. I guess it's a good habit to build.
Hopefully one day.
We bring you this shit free. So appreciate,
appreciate it. Because we're just having fun.
Yeah. But dude, people are so upset about that. And you know what's funny is the guidelines are so vague. Like in one sentence, it says the first 8 seconds. And then the last sentence where they talk about it again, it's 15 seconds. So people are like, is it 8 or 15 seconds? Yeah.
I mean, if you really can't wait 8 or 15 seconds to start doing cool stuff, then maybe you shouldn't be really making videos. Yeah, I thought it was like 15 minutes or something at first.
You just don't get paid.
Or don't get paid.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't.
It kind of sucks if you're like you have a channel for like a brewery or something. You're just going to like for the first 15 seconds.
Like what? Yeah, dude, does the tank in the back count?
I don't know.
Full of beer?
You could just have an introduction, like a really long, 15-second long introduction,
Just outside of like the fucking building it's in or whatever. Hello.
I would just have like a black screen, bro.
A black screen? That'd be weird, dude.
Just put welcome to the show. Skip 15 seconds ahead if you don't want to wait.
You think of a spiffy little tune to have in the beginning.
It's elevator music.
Yeah. Definitely.
And then just in like caption, just put why you're doing it,
Because fuck you.
Like, you know how Star Wars had the caption? Just like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Let's fucking crack it off with mystery pooper has tortured golf course for a decade.
Dude, so there's this guy that I think it was in Florida too.
No, it's a Norwegian golf course.
Oh, Norwegian? Sick, bro. Yeah, there's this dude that he's been breaking into this golf course, and Monday through Friday, he takes shits in the holes. And I guess it's illegal to set up cameras in that area. So you can't set up cameras. So what they try to do to circumvent the camera issue was the security installed like flashlights, like with sensors and shit,
Yeah.
So that way it'd alert them and they could go catch them when it happened. This dude like noticed them and he would just climb into the where they're at, like trees or whatever, unplug the bulbs, and then go back to shitting in the holes.
I mean, it says here that he apparently had some favorite holes, and that they are like referring to this person as a he, and I quote, "And we know it is a man because the poos,
Oh
not
yeah,
poops, the poos are too massive to be from a woman."
yeah. No, why would a woman do that? I feel like that's definitely a man thing, you know.
I don't know, dude. There's some weird chicks out there. Equality is real popular right now.
I feel like it's a worker. You know, he's
He's just
pissed off
fucking
with
out there ruining people's days.
yeah,
Bro, that's literally all the article says too. It's great.
Super vague, right?
That's it. It's super vague.
but it's factual.
This man is out there pooping in holes.
He's pooping in holes, bro. Hole in one.
Yeah, for sure. You think he wipes?
He's got to wipe, bro. I think it says in there that he would wipe with toilet paper and then leave the toilet paper laying around.
Another quote. He climbed up a tree next to the lights and wriggled far out on a branch and dismantled the lights.
Smart man. It's got to be an inside job.
I mean, even they say how he managed to do it without electrocuting himself is a riddle, or falling. Apparently, it's a very flimsy branch. What if it's a kid?
Nah,
He just grew up pooping in holes.
Nah.
He's becoming a man.
I think it's I'm gonna stick with the disgruntled employee or ex-employee.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. I don't know, dude. Pooping in golf course holes. I'm not much of an outside pooper in my homeless days. There were a few times where I had to disgrace myself and poop outside behind a bush and stuff like that. And let me tell you what, I felt pretty low. I've shot heroin in public.
Pooping in public was.
I've fucking robbed people. I've done all types of horrible things in my life. And pooping in public, fucking up there, dude.
Yeah.
Totally up there with the rest of that shit.
Yeah, it can definitely make you seem like subhuman for sure. I saw a video on YouTube, or I think it was YouTube or IG, but it was a dude, like a crackhead, and he was like shitting in front of this car as the lady was walking to her car, and he's like apologizing to her as he's like, and some of the shit got on the car, you know?
No.
He's like, I'm sorry, I'll clean it up. And she's like yelling at him, I'm gonna call the cops. Don't do that. Don't. He's like, don't call the cops.
What does it matter? You're a crackhead. Just leave.
Yeah. Well, he's cracked out. Whoa, that was a weird noise, bro.
What was that?
Oh, it was weird.
Someone's getting railed, possibly? That was a weird.
Oh, for sure. Because actually, I think I heard something clap.
Yeah. That was cool.
Fuck yeah.
Glad I'm here. Glad I'm here.
Super thin walls, bro. Or just got murdered.
Possibly.
Oh.
That would be pretty cool to get.
That would be an interesting show if we can connect it to the pod where, you know.
I would not go to court.
I think we could solve it, dude.
I'm not trying to.
It could be a murder mystery podcast. That actually
I'm not that guy.
Nah.
I come from the other side where I don't want to talk to cops. The idea of going to court to talk about somebody else sounds like horrible. Like I'm a bad person for doing it.
You're a bad person for bringing justice to this.
Exactly.
innocent
Like
lady.
I'm like snitching. Like, oh, I don't get it.
I would be down to be a detective. That's like the only form of police work I would ever do is be a detective. If I could choose, you know, I'd be down to solve some murders, bro.
Yeah, I get. I mean, good for you.
That seems like a cool job, bro.
It does seem like a cool job.
I mean, I don't know how I'd feel about like probably like prosecuting like people that are innocent because I'm sure that happens a lot, you know.
I mean, just don't be a bad detective, I guess.
Yeah, but you know, you get lost in the sauce, bro.
Look, dude.
Yeah.
Look, dude.
How many times have you seen? It happens with everyone, bro. When you're in a position of power.
That's why it's like everybody doesn't like cops. It's like, okay, yeah, there might be a couple of cool ones and stuff.
Until they get lost
but
in the
like
sauce.
in my quite often stops I had by the cops in my old days, like they're not cool. There was like two or three cats that I can remember that arrested me, or like dealt with me that I was like, I guess you're all right. Like, you're not taking me in. Like, you're fucking just chopping it up with me, trying to find, like, learn about me as a person in a way. Like, I can respect that rather than 98% of the other interactions with cops where they just walk up with their hands on their belt like they got a big old swinging dick, and they don't. And they just say dumb shit to you to act like a cool guy. And it's like, dude, fuck you in the neck. Because you're not even trying to do anything. You're just trying to be a fucking asshole and overthrow your authority to somebody that literally, I've never been an asshole to a cop because I know being an asshole to a cop doesn't get you anywhere.
No.
At all.
Yeah.
So I've always been as copacetic as I can be. And like a handful of times it's gotten me somewhere.
Yeah.
Whether I'm doing dirt or I'm just walking down the street looking for a place to sleep at night, like it shouldn't really fucking matter. Until they know that I'm doing something wrong, like that's that whole innocent until proven guilty, all that other bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
that's where I stand.
I mean, it happens, dude. Even like in a non officer position, just out of work, just being a manager of people, it's like sometimes people test me and it just like I'll blow up on them and I'll feel bad about it, you know. But I'm just like, it's so much easier just to be a dick to them and have them fall in line than to be nice to them and have them keep fucking up, you know.
Nah, yeah, for sure. Like
it's facts, bro.
They got
sometimes it's you. It's not your. Sometimes it's not your manager. Sometimes it's just you. You know.
Yeah. Sometimes you're an idiot. I've been the idiot. Totally been the idiot.
I'm an idiot all the time, bro. But that's like, you know.
Not all the time. Not all the time.
I've told you about that chick at my work that just
yes
can't take responsibility for her fuck ups, bro. It's like I hate that shit.
That's the worst part about life when it comes to like having to deal with like employees or whatever you want to call it. Like we're like, you know, everybody else knows too. Like you're fucking up and you're just like, well, it's like, you know, the clouds, like Mercury's in retrograde. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up and just be like, I fucked up. My bad.
Yeah. Well, no, dude, with this chick, it's like she fucks up and then she'll get in trouble. And like, you know, like I usually don't bring it up to the owner or anything. I keep things between us and shit because I know how that shit feels, you know?
Yeah.
And then she'll forget that she did it like a few weeks later and she'll act like she's a perfect employee, you know? And I'm like, no, dude. Like, I'll bring it up because she'll fuck something up and I'll be like, you just did this like not too long ago. No, I didn't. I'm like, bro, how are you going to say no, you didn't, you know? But yeah, so life is life, dude. And people can suck sometimes. And cops can definitely suck. It's
most of the time.
It's easy just to be the dick, bro. And it's like, you got to work on not being a dick sometimes, you know?
No. I mean, yes, that part is true for sure. Yeah. But I think what a lot of it comes from is the backgrounds
of office, like what makes people a cop,
what makes people want to become a cop.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been there was a dude I was locked up with, one of the sheriffs working at Lacey. He went to high school with, and was like, we were in the kitchen working one day, and he came in for whatever reason, and they kind of looked at each other weird, and they just like did the head nod, and I was like, do you know that dude? And he was like, oh, I went to high school with that guy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, bet. So to fucking further that cause, like, what was old boy like in high school? And he's like, he got picked on all the time. He was in marching band, like just the regulatory things of someone to talk shit on you when you're in high school because you're not the cool kid or
He's
whatever.
The band kid, bro.
The band kid, among other things, I guess.
Like Brandon Brizzelli, bro. Remember Brandon Brizzelli?
Dude, fuck that guy in the neck.
That dude was weirdo, bro.
I did not like that kid.
He's a weirdo. He's friends with me on Facebook, bro.
He's friends with me on Facebook.
I don't talk to him or anything.
Fucking dude, you watch the podcast? Fuck you. Just saying it.
I got nothing against him, dude, but he gave me creepy vibes, bro. I thought out of like our class, he was most likely to like murder someone.
We had, probably gonna sound super fucked up, but we had like, you know how there's like the fire escape plan that the school does? We had a Brandon Brizzelli plan. If it ever cracked off.
You just leave him there?
We had, no, like I was so like PE, he sat behind me. Okay, other classes I had him in. I had him in like Spanish class. Like these were the reasons why it's like fuck this guy in the neck, because he would do shit just to piss you off.
Yeah, that like, smile, bro.
Remember
that smile he would make when he do shit?
I do remember the smile. Yes, I remember a lot about that
like,
kid. Because I've tried to be nice. I tried to be nice to him for a long time.
Yeah.
For a super long time. Even after all the fucked up, stupid shit he did in high school, because everybody thought he was like on the spectrum slightly.
He
Like,
probably
all right,
could
whatever.
be.
I'll try and deal with it. Then it was a high school party where it was somebody's birthday. I don't remember who's exactly, but everybody was there from high school. We might still have been in high school. No, we weren't, because it was a shock to see him at the party. We were out of high school.
You're just
We had the apartment in Anaheim, me and Kayla.
Got you.
And he like tried to get at her slightly.
Kayla?
And then was getting hammered and like trying to like not like buck up, but like be super excited and like kind of do like a slight little,
Be a
I
little
don't know,
flirtatious,
dude.
bro. Like you setting signs.
Flirtatious, but then he also got like rowdy.
Yeah.
And then was like talking shit at one point too.
Oh.
And I was just like, oh, we gotta go soon, because like I'm not down for this kid at this point.
Yeah.
And then he said something and like gave him the dirtiest look I could think of possible without actually fucking hitting him, because it's like no shot at that point. I was already selling drugs. He knew I was selling drugs. He was trying to buy weed off me, like the whole nine. So it's like I cracked this kid.
You hit Brandon?
No, I didn't. But I was like, if I crack this
Dog.
kid, like he spilled a beer on me at one point. Like it was a whole plethora of things. Mind you, he's fucked up himself.
Mm-hmm.
But still, there's like only so much shit you can take, even if you're fucking on the spectrum, special needs, the whole nine. Like I don't give a fuck if you're a midget. That's a retard. Sorry for saying that word. We're not supposed to say that.
You said it after 15, so.
Yeah. So if he's a large R and is just an asshole, like I'll risk getting beat up by retard strength. You know what I mean?
Bro, imagine if you smacked up Brandon Brazili and he beat you up, dude.
I wouldn't be here today.
You just
I would have
look
fucking
at
hung.
it.
I would have hung myself in my fucking
Just
closet.
making rounds across
Just fucking
the social media platform.
Roundhouse kicks me or something
So
weird as
crazy.
fuck like that.
Like, you ever seen that video of that kid that did like some karate or something?
Yes,
And
with
he
the
just-
essay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all making fun of him, super
Yeah,
tough, and then
yeah.
he catches him with that weird lucky shot,
Yeah.
which shouldn't have worked.
It was like a cross, I think, wasn't it? Was it just a cross?
I thought he kicked him,
Was it? I don't remember. I thought it was a cross.
but he did the whole
Yeah.
like, sick with it, dude.
And
Sick
you
that it worked.
never know, bro.
Did you ever watch that old like rap battle video with that dude Dumbfounded? I don't know what
I
he
know-
was Asian.
Yeah, I know
but
Dumbfounded, but I don't know which video you're talking about.
where he kicks the dude. He like backflip kicks the dude.
Nah.
It was a setup.
Oh, it's fake.
I don't know if it was. I'm all like this day and age, being an adult, I'm pretty sure it was all planned out.
Yeah.
But he like they're like rap battling and he says something wild to him and he's like, ah, and then they fight, like do some weird shit and he like backflip kicks him and knocks him out.
Damn.
Knocks him out.
Well, we'll do some investigating and see if it's real or fake.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, Brandon though, he follows a bunch of, he's into like the porn conventions and like the anime thing. He always be posting shit about that. But hey, you know what? He found a girlfriend though, so
He did find a girlfriend.
there's someone for everyone, bro.
All right.
That already looks fake, bro.
Yes.
Like stages, yeah.
Yes. You just have to let me know in the videos then.
Oh,
It's only 26
that looks
seconds.
Fake, dude. It just looks fake because the reason I think it's fake is because the video didn't. For one, it was already like the fact that it started recording was already a kind of a red flag, you know.
Yes.
But the fact that they didn't show the actual kick, like you saw the camera was pointing a little bit more down, you know,
Yeah.
you can't really see if it landed or not, you know. I don't know. You could argue like, oh, how would they know? But I'm like, you would if someone's fighting, you'd be recording their face, you know. You're not gonna record their shoulders when people are fighting, you know.
No. So it's just the way it starts out. It's really odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. They could do that.
All right. So Beyonce
What about her?
caught in money laundering.
Ah, dude, I forgot. Google it.
I'm Googling it right now. I thought you might have had a little bit of a
Dude, but it's like
prior insight.
I write these down throughout the week because I see it on something and then I forget about it. Beyonce or Binance?
Binance was on there. Oh, Binance. Haha, I'm an idiot.
That's how I was like, what? Oh yeah,
I
Binance.
was so hyped for that, dude.
Dude.
Fuck.
And like, I'm not a crypto like dude. I don't know anything about crypto. I have no investments in crypto. But I was talking about the FTX thing, remember? And I was like, wouldn't it be crazy if the Binance dude, CZ, was doing the same shit? Anyways, turns out he's been under investigation by the FBI for the same shit that Sam Bankman-Fried's been doing.
He was subpoenaed 2 days ago.
Yeah.
in dealings with cryptocurrency exchange Binance as part of a long time running investigation. Global drug conspiracy used Binance to launder millions. That's in Forbes.
Yeah. And it's crazy because he was talking so much shit to Sam Bankman-Fried, bro, about FTX, and he's out here.
Okay, well let's be real here, all right, dude.
They're all doing it.
Look, no, let's
Cryptos is all. It's
okay.
all,
Look, yeah, for sure. There's all it's all hinky shit for sure. But all Sam Bankman-Fried was doing was stealing your money. The Binance dude is laundering it for drugs.
Yeah, but what the FTX dude?
I can respect drugs. Sorry to interrupt you. I'm
Yeah.
very sorry,
No,
but
you're
I
good.
can respect that.
Yeah, but it's all money laundering though. At the end of the day, taking money from one company and giving it to another company through a back door, that's money laundering.
No, there's stealing and then there's money laundering. There's two different things.
Well, what's the definition of the differences in
Money laundering is just taking like look at all these psychics, right? A lot of those are money laundering spots.
Wait,
because it's a cash business.
Talking about psychics that read your palms and
Yes,
shit?
yeah. They're common for money laundering spots.
Yeah, they wash the money, but then that's what FTX was doing is they were washing the money from FTX into Alameda so that Alameda could then fund other investments.
Yeah, but they're not putting it in. They're not doing it for drugs.
They're not doing it for drugs, but they're still laundering it for other businesses. So we don't even know if they could have been doing it for drugs.
They
too.
could have been true.
At this point, it's like you don't know. But it's just funny because CZ, the owner of Binance, was literally saying like, "We're not like FTX. We keep everyone's money on a reserve and this and that."
Yeah,
and,
you said it was like a 1-for-1, right?
Yeah,
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, he doesn't operate on a fractional. But anyways, and this whole time, and it's like he knows he's been under investigation. You know, it's not like they just pulled up 2 days ago and told him. You know.
No, yeah, I mean, people with this type of money are like so ingrained. They probably have certain people on types of payrolls, friends in certain places. Like,
well, they tell you that like the government's gonna call you in for questioning as they start their investigation. You know.
I mean, dude, the thing, like, so, like, I was actually just talking about this at work today because, just some coworkers, their friends are just like doing time in the feds, for instance, and so like certain like there's conviction rates for like every county, blah 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 blah, right? The conviction rate for the U.S. government is like
95% or some shit for the
no,
FBI.
I want to say for the actual like the nation, it's like 99% or something like that. Ours is different. I know Riverside's is extremely high. They're in the 90s. Just from people I've met and shit like that. But the reason why the conviction rate is so high for the federal government is because they have no problem sitting back.
Yeah, they'll get their evidence.
They'll it's like 18 months to 2 years. A lot of times it's like minimum investigation time into a federal crime and shit like that, just so they can collect as much as possible.
Yeah.
And if they need to sit back to make sure the case is going to be guilty, like they'll do that for sure.
Yeah, and they have the authority to circumvent local authorities, you know. So if there's if like let's say a county judge that's about to prosecute like a drug dealer, like the FBI can get involved and tell them no, you're gonna let him go because you're gonna fuck up our investigation, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like they have just the ability to basically prolong their investigation. They just have more power, you know. But yeah, it's like in the higher 90s, which is pretty crazy. But then it also makes you wonder. It's like how much of that is like actual like wrong convictions and shit, you know? Because I'm sure it still happens on the FBI level, you know. Human error is human error.
No, I mean for sure it does. You look at like White Boy Rick.
Yeah,
this dude from Michigan. He was a kid, all that other shit. They pinned so much shit on him.
Yeah, he got out off like a double jeopardy or something, right? Yeah,
I want to say that's what it was, but he did his like 20-year sentence.
Well, the reason he got out, or go ahead, sorry.
Oh no, I mean he did what his minimum sentence was supposed to be before he could go see the board of parole for people that aren't familiar with like how prison works. Unless you get a life without parole sentence, if you do whatever time you're given, after that time is done, you can go to the board of parole and basically give a case of why you think you should be let out. They review what you've been doing with your time, if you've had any write-ups, shit like that, and then based on that, they give a judgment of if you should be released or not. And he went up, I don't know how many times, and he was like, I want to say a model inmate for a lot of the years he was in there. I mean, he was locked up when he was a kid. Yeah. He was like a child when he was locked up.
He was like
basically.
in high school, I think, or something, right?
I want to say he was like fucking 16. They tried him as an adult. I haven't done a whole lot of research. I also smoke a lot of weed, so I forget a lot of things.
Memory gets hazy.
I know key factors, like, bro, they just denied him. There was like no reason for him to initially like really get denied. He wasn't a murderer. Like, when dudes go up and get denied like 10 times and just die in prison, it's because they've committed extremely heinous crimes.
Yeah, but
they weren't just selling cocaine. And they didn't happen to sell cocaine to, I want to say, the acting mayor at the time.
Wasn't it meth, though, is what he mainly got caught for?
No, it was cocaine.
I thought it was meth, and then it was during the whole crack epidemic when they were doing large conviction rates for meth. Might have been cocaine. I might be wrong.
White boy Rick was a cocaine boy.
But I think if I remember correctly, the reason he got off was because they charged him twice for the same crime, like once through a local jurisdiction, and then during the federal court, he was charged with the same crime. In America, it's called double jeopardy. You're not allowed to get charged twice for the same crime.
Yeah.
So he learned that like in his 20s. So he had already served like 7 or 8 years, and he like somehow a lot of people were posting videos about this on YouTube were saying he was a pretty smart dude, because the fact that he had like zero education, and taught himself all this, But yeah, he was able to bring that up, and so they had to release him, which is pretty interesting.
He was locked up at the age. Well, he was an informant at the age 14. He spent 27 years.
27, damn. That's a long time.
I don't think he was locked up at 14. That's just when they got him for that.
Yeah. Damn, 27 years. That's crazy.
Two of my coworkers have done a dime each. And one of them has fucking done some serious ass shit. He was at High Desert. High Desert is a very known prison for people that are in the game as being like a slaughterhouse. Especially in today. I don't know, there might be a different one as of today, but when I was down, like, and 5 to 6 years prior to that, like, High Desert was where people are getting smoked all the fucking time. So it's fucking crazy, dude. Like, you think about somebody getting locked up at that, like, such a young age and probably getting put into a shitty federal spot. Like, he probably wasn't at a nice prison with the fucking... I've heard of... Because some prisons on the federal level, well, all prisons on the federal level are held up to the same standards as the Air Force. My neighbor, his first day on a federal yard, they had double bacon cheeseburgers. There were 4 soccer fields. There were lots of things. He was not at a shitty federal prison. It was a nice ass one. But then there's like one in Colorado in a mountain where the shittiest of the shittiest people go, I guess you want to call it. People that are doing some wild ass shit. And they're getting smoke left and right over there.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
I want to know what's up with those like celebrity prisons. Like the one that Martha Stewart went to.
I don't think it's so much as a celebrity.
It's a private
prison, for instance.
You gotta pay to get into.
Yeah, I mean, it's different where certain states are different. Like every state is different when it comes to how their prisons and jail systems work. Like Lil Wayne, for instance, even though he did PC up, he was at Rikers, which is one of the gnarliest spots you can be in the U.S., but the gnarliest spot in New York you can go to.
And he got pardoned by Trump, didn't he?
No, that was Kodak. And
who pardoned?
Nobody pardoned Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was locked up with Trump.
Well, didn't he get pardoned? I think. How did he get out of jail?
I think he just did his time. Oh. This was when we were in high school. Still, we were young.
I thought he got pardoned.
No, I don't think he got pardoned.
That's crazy how Kodak got pardoned by Trump, though.
I don't even know if he officially got pardoned. They were just like a lot of things without. And
he just served his time, and it was something like he got arrested for something small, and he just.
Yeah, and then somebody else they were saying got out too. I think it was another rapper. And then Joe Exotic was waiting to get out. He had a limo pull up and everything, and then he never got out.
Trump was like, I can't let Joe Exotic out because he's white. If I let him out, they're gonna say it was because he's white
And gay.
and gay.
Republican. They're not down for the cause.
It's not a good look.
Not a great look.
He needs the black vote. He knew he was gonna try to run again, so he's like,
Did you ever see the videos that were going around
of
black Trump supporters?
There's a lot of Asian Trump supporters, bro. It's crazy.
I feel like
he's running again. I don't think he's gonna get reelected though.
No, I don't. Well, like he has to go against DeSantis for the spot, right?
I don't think DeSantis has officially said he was campaigning. Apparently, it's really odd for someone to announce they're campaigning this early.
Yeah, because it's like, well, it's the beginning of 2023, right?
Yeah, we just started, so he's got another like what year?
And then what elections are mid to late? I was locked up when Trump won. I want to say it was like November or something like that.
I don't know, but people were just saying it's pretty odd. So it just shows that how Trump thinks he's trying to stay relevant. I guess
Actually, can't he even run?
He can run. Why can't he run?
Because he's under investigation right now.
Yeah, but he can still run though. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I guess he could, quote unquote. I mean, he could run, but
he tried to use that. He tried to use that as an excuse to not be under investigation. Was the fact that he was going to run again? Isn't that crazy?
How can you give an excuse to not be under? Like, it's not your choice.
Yeah. Well, because there's a law where if you're sitting president, they can't put you under investigation for anything as a sitting president.
That makes sense though.
So he tried to like kind of be like, oh, well, I'm about to run again, kind of, you know. No, I don't think that makes sense. Fuck that. If you're a president and you commit a crime.
No, but you're thinking you're thinking of it too smallly. Yeah, I think
that's why we got a VP though. Yeah,
but the point is, like, you have, especially in like a country like America, where until good old Sleepy Joe, whoever was running the country was looked at, especially in a certain way of like not necessarily honor, but like he was that dude. And to put him under investigation would like not minimalize, but like take away from what the U.S. is as like a power. It wouldn't look good publicly. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like globally.
Yeah. The same thing as if no offense, but like a woman president, like compared to a lot of countries, they'd be like, superpower, unless it was like somebody like Hillary Clinton. I think that bitch can make it look fucking scary.
I think it goes back to, for me, it's like people in position of power should always understand that they're not immune to the same thing they enforce, you know?
Yeah.
So if you're a president, I think it's the opposite. I think if you're in a position of power, you should act like better, you know?
You should.
You know?
But you're in the position of power.
Exactly. But that's why we gotta create laws and create standards that hold people to be better, you know?
I mean, we have the legislative system for that, right? Isn't that like what the 3-party system is built around?
Yeah, but like I said, you can't be under investigation if you're sitting president, you know?
True. I mean, let me tell you, dude, going through the system, people that have the keys, people that are your reps, the whole nine, there have been quite more that have abused the power than done what you're talking about. And I think that just kind of exponentially grows when it comes into something like becoming a president.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, other countries, they don't care, but they don't have that law. So
no, not at all.
They don't care if you're a president. Like, remember how I brought up the Portugal president?
Yes. And there was also, I saw an article the other day. I'm looking
Brazilian president
right now. The Brazilian president, right?
Yeah.
Did you see that too?
Yeah, I think he was voted out though, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Like today? Because it just popped up on my Twitter.
Just recently. I don't know when the election was, but he's hiding. So I know about it because he's hiding in Florida right now at Jose Aldo. You know who Jose Aldo is? The UFC fighter.
Wait, the president?
I don't know if it's the president. I didn't really look too far into it. Is the president or the ex-president the one that the people want? But yeah, since he's cool with Jose Aldo, so staying at his house in Florida.
What the fuck?
But yeah, look into it actually. Let's see what's up.
Video shows how rioters stormed Brazil's capital 5 hours ago. That was the New York Times. Brazil riots live, hundreds arrested. I'm trying to find that right now. How would I search that? Here we go. Let's just see what this is. Politico. I don't know what Politico is. Hopefully it's
a pretty good
reputable.
website.
All right, so first thing I'm seeing is tear gas and a bunch of people in Brazilian colored clothing. Supporters of former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro, who refused to accept his election defeat, stormed Congress, the Supreme Court, and Presidential Palace Sunday, a week after the inauguration of his leftist rival, President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. Thousands of demonstrators bypassed security barricades, climbed on roofs, smashed windows. Can I say this? Is this breaking any type of thing?
I don't know.
All right, cool.
Find out.
We're going to find out. Hopefully y'all get to see this.
It's journalism, right? It's truthful. You're reading it from a source.
Well, it didn't have to change or something. Either way, we'll get to that later. Climbed on roofs, smashed windows, and invaded all 3 buildings.
Savage. See what Trump started?
I don't think Trump started this.
He did it for his election. Brazil's just south of the border.
Look, dog. What?
Brazil's just south of the border.
Let me finish this first, then we'll get into whatever the fuck you're talking about. All right, so they stormed what seems to be the entire Capitol, which was 3 buildings, which were believed to be largely vacant on the weekend. And this happened today, which is Sunday. Or yesterday, Saturday, because it was the 6th. Some of the demonstrators called for a military intervention to either restore the far-right Bolsonaro to power or oust Lula from the presidency. Hours went by before the control of the buildings on Brazil's vast 3-powered square were reestablished, with hundreds of participants arrested. So it kind of just seems to be
It's a lot of parallels to the Trump thing, right?
Left versus right.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a popular thing. I mean, I don't know if you can really relate that to Trump. It's just that's where things go down.
I don't know if you started it, but if it's happening in America, it's definitely going to be known globally. You know, I don't know what the history of Brazil is with you know, how they accept their presidents being voted out or anything. But like I said, there's parallels. You know.
I mean, no, I'm kind of just continually reading it, and you're not wrong.
They talk about Trump in that one or what?
They're not talking about Trump at all,
Just
but
seems really similar.
So, okay, it's like one of the paragraphs I read. The former president has repeatedly sparred with Supreme Court justices, and the room where they convene was trashed by the rioters. Initially, like, you know what I mean? It's like Trump supporters are next level in the same sense that, like, President Trump definitely sparred with Supreme Court, maybe not Supreme Court justices, but like he wanted to do shit that of the 3-party system, the other 2 were not happy with.
Yeah.
And he's got people behind him that are wild that will, quote unquote, storm the Capitol.
Well, they did.
Well, you know, there's all the fucking talk of it being backed by the Democrats too.
Yeah, there's some, but I don't know, dude.
To put that out of the realm of a Trump supporter's possibility is not.
I mean,
it's definitely possible.
Well, the people that were indicted were all like QAnon people, which are notorious for right wing.
Yes, the QAnon is definitely right wing. They believe Trump is the god. They fired tear gas to recover the buildings. Warnings were unprepared or were somehow complicit. I mean, this sounds like a January 16th kind of all over again.
A lot of parallels, bro.
A lot of parallels. Not 16th, but the 6th. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Literally, there's a paragraph. The incident recalled the January 6th, 2021 assault on the U.S. Capitol by supporters of then President Donald Trump.
Imagine if there's like a phone leak, like a phone call leak where that president is talking to Trump and Trump's like, political
analysts have warned for months that a similar storming was a possibility in Brazil, given that Bolsonaro has sown doubt about the reliability of the nation's electronic voting system without any evidence. The results were recognized as legitimate by politicians from across the spectrum, including some Bolsonaro allies, as well as dozens of foreign governments.
It's exactly like the same thing, bro.
It's even better though, because I don't know if other as well as I don't know if other foreign governments approved of the like
I think that
nation's voting system.
Dude, I feel like if you're a former president that causes like a riot like that, I feel like you should go to jail, bro. Because
Well, no, they were doing that. Remember when it happened? They were trying to get him
Trump, yeah,
for that.
but they didn't though. They're trying to get him on tax stuff now. But I think you have to, because I think that creates a slippery slope on like.
They're trying to get him on more than tax stuff now too.
Well, I think it's just for the investigation that's current. It's taxes.
It
IRS.
was originally for the nuclear documents.
Yeah, but they let go of that.
Did they?
Yeah, they let go of that. Yeah, just because they basically like, they were basically able to they pretty much just assumed he didn't do it to like have private intelligence. He had like the habit of collecting random documents he thought was cool. So he had a bunch of documents that were not even just the nuclear stuff that he was illegally like wasn't supposed to have.
Yeah, and then he was like I know with the at least for the nuclear stuff, he was supposed to have given it back like months ago.
Well, he wasn't even supposed to have taken it. But I don't like. I kind of agree with it. I don't think he understood the severity of what he was doing. I think to him, he just was like, "This is memorabilia of when I was the president." Like, you know.
Yeah, I was watching something and they were like, yeah, he was just showing it to people,
just like dick riding, you know. He just
like flexing, like sick flex. Like, hey, check it out. I know where the nukes are.
Yeah, but the thing they're trying to get him right now is the taxes, which is like, you know, I mean, it's a common thing for people with that stature to avoid taxes. You know, the only thing with Trump though is how he was talking shit on a lot of other politicians for their like illegal dealings. You know, so it's like, you know, don't point out someone's dirty hands if your hands aren't clean. You know.
Yeah, that's hard though.
Yeah.
Especially in that type of business when you're like,
yeah, especially if you're in real estate, dude. It's notorious for tax evasion, you know.
Real estate,
100%. I saw a documentary about one instance of how Trump was making money or getting tax-free money from his dad, you know. So one of the ways that his dad gave him money without being taxed on it, because you are supposed to get taxed on money even if you give it away as a gift, you know. They created these shell companies, right? So Trump had like an apartment complex, right? His dad, he had so Trump Senior, his dad had an apartment complex, and then Trump created this fake like construction company, like maintenance company. So his dad would pay him like egregious amounts of things for shit that like basically $3,000 for a microwave. So that for a microwave install. So that way it was seen as like he was paying him for a service, you know.
Wow.
And so it just off that documentary alone, I was like, this dude for sure is not paying taxes, you know?
I mean, remember when the shit came out? It was like Donald Trump doesn't really exist as a person. He only really exists as the companies and shit like that.
I believe it. But you know what? There's this dude, who is it? I think it's Marquise Brown. He has a YouTube channel, but he was talking about how it's really hard. Or no, maybe it wasn't him, but this other tech YouTuber was talking about how in America it's really hard to pay your taxes. So what a lot of rich people do is they just wait till they get fined, you know, because like paying people to try to figure it out costs more money because the laws are changing and there's different regulations for every state, you know.
Yeah.
So to have a business in America to pay for someone to actually get your taxes done properly, it's more difficult and more costly than to just wait for the IRS to send you a fine and then you just pay the fine, you know. So that's like a thing that I guess is millionaires talk about all the time, you know?
I'll just take the $10,000 fine rather than pay a CPA like $50,000.
Yeah.
So
America, so bro, it makes no sense, right?
Capitalism.
Yeah.
Capitalism is key.
Yeah. So
do you think we are the most, I don't know how to word it, but like supporting of the capitalistic society?
I think we are, yeah, for sure. America we're definitely pro capitalism. I think the problem though is because we give so much power to each individual state. So each state has their own tax laws and shit, and that's what makes it difficult, especially for a company that's gonna like operate. Like, I mean, if you're gonna be like, let's say you're selling a product, you want to obviously sell to all 50 states and shit like that, and so there's different tax codes that go with those states.
Especially on what you're selling too.
Yeah. There's just actually the dude I was talking about, I can't remember his name too, dude. I got his face in my head. He pops up on my YouTube all the time. But anyways, he's from Canada, right? And he was saying how California specifically, they try to tax him for his company in Canada. Yeah.
Is it a weed company?
No, it's a tech company. Because he's gone out to California for stuff. So they feel like they're entitled to money from his business now. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I wish I knew more of how business worked with that.
I know that's why people go to school for that.
Very true.
But also, he talks about how, like, in Canada, it's one uniform tax code. Doesn't matter where you live in Canada.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know, for instance, like New York on the, not the like company level, but like regular person level, if you're making more than like $1 million a year, your tax rate is 50, it's over 50%.
Yeah.
Like 51, 50, it's something stupid. But either way, like you're making $1 million a year, like more than half of your shit's going to the government.
Might as well make just under $1 million.
Or whatever the number is for the tax break. Yeah. Like I know in Cali, it's like, I want to say like 76, like where I'm at right now, I'm paying like 22% out of my paycheck in taxes. Excuse me. And if I go up to like 76K a year, it jumps up to like 26%.
Yeah. I don't even know my taxes because literally my mom does all my taxes.
I've never done taxes. I just know what I get paid, and I've done a lot of research on like how much the government takes out of my fucking check if I make between these amounts.
Yeah.
And like I think I want to say it's 76 or right around there, where like you jump up another bracket.
I know the only thing I know is in California, minimum is 15%. No matter what you. That's for some reason I remember that.
Minimum is 15%.
Yeah.
It's like anybody making, I want to say like under 20 an hour.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 15%.
So, yeah, tax laws, they be tripping. And I kind of agree with this dude. I think we should have a more uniform tax law, dude. But to answer your question, yes, I feel like we're totally in favor of capitalism in the United States. We're so into capitalism that we allow corporations to change laws.
Facts.
Like, okay, so do you know anything about the Right to Repair Act?
No.
So, within the last recent years, a lot of companies like Apple, John Deere, like they've made their products so it's unrepairable, third party, you know? So like in Apple's case, like your MacBook, like the motherboard is soldered to the RAM, you know? You know how RAM is, right? You know how a computer works?
Yeah, I know what RAM is.
So if you need to get new RAM, or if you want to upgrade your RAM, you have to get a whole new motherboard, you know? You can't just get new, like the RAM sticks, you know?
Yeah.
And they do that on purpose because they want you to obviously buy the whole motherboard, which is going to cost like 3 times as much. But aside from that, is Apple, they don't sell Apple parts to other companies. They only sell it through Apple, so you have to buy it through Apple. John Deere, you know what John Deere is, right? They make tractors and shit.
Of course, I'm Caucasian. It's in the handbook.
So John Deere has software that goes with their tractors, and the software can only be updated through John Deere. Like they don't outsource like the software for like a
third party tech,
right? So there's this law that's been finally got passed recently in a lot of states. It's called Right to Repair, and it's saying like the companies that you have to make it so your product can be proprietary, but it has to be able to be fixed by other people, and it's supposed to be like an environmental thing and for the consumer, so you don't have to buy a whole new MacBook, you know. Anyways, so New York, actually funny that you brought them up. They just passed that bill. But it basically, there's an excerpt where certain companies don't have to follow this. Apple's one of them. John Deere's another one of them, you know? Yeah. So it's like I said, it's like we're so far into capitalism that we allow corporations to change laws, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what, I'm trying to think of the word, lobbying.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, for sure it was lobbyists.
Lots of companies lobby for things that aren't good.
Yeah.
But it helps them.
Well, it gets them paid from the company.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other problem we have is we've gone to the point where the way that politics is set up, it's like people they'll work in Congress for a while, but their main target is to be a lobbyist because you get paid way more working for Target as a lobbyist than you do working in Congress.
Well,
So
yeah, I can imagine lobbyists are making a percentage.
they make a lot more than Congress. So Congress is capped because it's a federal job, you know?
Yeah.
So aside from that, it's like you have people that they make these connections with like Target, Apple, whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And while they're working in Congress, they're trying to pass these laws that favor them because they need to show them like I'm worth something to you, you know? So when I get out of Congress, you'll hire me to lobby for you, right? So it's like it creates this vacuum of just like corporate dominance in America, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of like the same way a fucking public defender works into becoming a DA.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Exactly.
Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Not really.
Nah.
Not at all.
I think they should make it like so. Someone proposed a pretty good law where they said that the law would state that if you work in Congress, then you have a minimum of like 5 to some X amount of years before you can be a lobbyist. You know,
Yeah.
because that would kind of make more people think like, is it worth it? You know, I mean, I'm going 5 years without a paycheck. You know.
Yeah, when you can't just fucking hug up next to a company and be like, "I got you."
Yeah, I mean, it's happening right now. I forgot this congresswoman's name. She just registered as what's it called when you're not left or right?
You're talking to the wrong guy.
There's like a word for it when you don't run with the party. But she was she was part of the Democrats. But people are saying that she's trying to set up to where like she doesn't even care about this is her last year in Congress, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're just basically saying like she's not even trying to do her job at this point. She's just trying to set up for being a lobbyist, you know. And past laws have been in favor towards corporations, you know. It's just weird, dude. You know.
Is it the same thing that like Bernie Sanders was? Is that what we're talking like that type of thing?
I don't know. I don't think Bernie Sanders is. He's probably the opposite.
He's not Democrat or Republican. He's like something else.
Yeah, well, he's with the Democratic Party, but he's like a what's it called?
I can't think.
He's like with the Socialist Party or something, or they don't call it the Socialist Party. I think they call it the Social. I don't know, but he's basically a Democrat though. But, yeah.
Along the same lines of that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Bernie Sanders, dude. He's got a lot of crazy ideas, but he definitely is for the people, though. I gotta give him that, you know.
All right, let's get into Logan Paul versus CoffeeZilla.
Logan Paul versus CoffeeZilla, dude. Like in I think episode 2 or 3, we brought up CoffeeZilla because he was doing a story on FTX. You know, dude. If you guys don't follow CoffeeZilla, if you're into like random media shit, dude, news sources, I totally recommend you following him. He's not with like a company or anything, so everything he does is like, it's just he can say what he wants and report on what he wants, you know, and it's completely third party, which is tight. But anyways, so he has a 3-part series on YouTube, and it's about Logan Paul's crypto. What's it called? Crypto Zoo. It's like this cryptocurrency that's just turned out to be a scam. Like they haven't even like updated the website in like years. I don't think they're even running it anymore, you know? It's kind of an interesting crypto it like company, dude. It's like you buy these eggs, right? And then these eggs hatch into an animal, but you can crossbreed these eggs and make like mystical animals that don't exist, like a chicken and a dog, you know? Anyways, and so you can keep evolving them like a Pokemon kind of, you know. I think he said he got his inspiration from Pokemon. Okay. And the it's like they evolve by you holding onto them longer or giving them certain things that, you know. And the more levels they get, then the more you can sell it for, is how it's set up, you know? But anyways, it was crazy because it's like, for one, all the images they used for the animals, they were just stock Adobe images. So it wasn't even like, they didn't even pay a designer or anything, you know? He was like, when obviously like this crypto like failed and was going down, and one of the excuses Logan Paul said was the developer ran off with the project, you know? Mm-hmm. Was holding it hostage. CoffeeZilla did an interview with the developer, and he said, yeah, I did that because they weren't paying me. They were supposed to pay me a certain amount. And like when we got closer to the project being over and I didn't receive a dime on it, I told him, you guys don't pay me, I'm going to take the project. You know, he's like, I have developers to pay. I have a company to run. It's like, I've been paying these people pro bono, you know, just out of my own pocket because they haven't paid a dime, you know? So there's that. And the other thing too, is the guy that started his crypto zoo was the same guy that sold him fake Pokemon cards. So that's Hardy sketch, you know?
Well, you got the fake Charizard.
Yeah, the fake Charizard is that guy.
Oh my god, dude!
Everything about it is to scream scam, dude. And it's funny because like he pretty much bailed on the project, and he's starting this other project, and so he was kept announcing this new project, and then people kept like asking, "What happened to Crypto Zoo? What happened to Crypto Zoo?" And he just kept ignoring it, dude, until like CoffeeZilla made this 3-point series, dude, and now he has to address it, you know. But dude, he even like he blocked the comments on the video he posted about the crypto zoo just because he was getting burned that bad, you know?
Logan Paul?
Yeah.
Damn.
And now he's currently trying to sue CoffeeZilla for defamation.
Such a fucking. It's like an I'm guilty charge.
Bro, he's not. I mean, everything he said is factual, bro.
That's what I'm saying. For it to come to like go to someone like CoffeeZilla, like you're just trying to shut somebody up at that point because you don't like what they're saying about the truths.
Yeah.
And he's got such a large platform.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
It's fucked up, dude.
It was shortly after, it was abandoned shortly after its launch in 2021, with Logan Paul distancing himself quite significantly from the project when compared to the level of pre-release attention he was placing on it. Also, Logan Paul lost money from cryptocurrency investments in the past. So I think they're trying to say this not have been the first time he's tried a tactic like that.
No.
Using testimony from many confirmed buyers of Zoocoin who were self-proclaimed fans of Logan Paul, CoffeeZilla also alleged that many of the core features of CryptoZoo, such as hatching eggs, were completely unavailable.
Didn't even work. I forgot about all that.
Completely unavailable for certain consumers for some time following the project's release.
I think for some still, they can't even sell it or anything. It's like a dead platform.
That's crazy.
The money's just stuck in it.
With the fans citing hundreds of thousands of dollars being lost to an allegedly defunct service. One of the biggest cited controversies from CoffeeZilla's videos on CryptoZoo concerns other high-ranking individuals behind the scenes of the project who made millions of dollars from CryptoZoo to the detriment of the coin's value, all thanks to internal disagreements within the CryptoZoo team. So it seems like nobody knew what the fuck was going on. They just thought it would be cool to make a crypto based on Pokemon.
Well, I mean, I feel like everyone knew what was going on because they created it. Just no one, the consumer, knew, right? Logan Paul had to know what was going on. It's like, how do you not?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, his developer knew what was going on, obviously, you know?
Who and Logan Paul is supposed to be paying him, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not saying the developer's in the wrong or anything. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, like, oh, you know what else is funny too is Logan Paul was talking about how he lost like $2 million from that crypto thing, you know? And then the developer was saying how, like, yeah, he lost $2 million because that's what he had to pay me. So, like, you know, Logan Paul's just throwing all these lies to he's trying to paint it as he got scammed too, which doesn't even make sense because it's like, bro, you're the creator.
It's yours.
Yeah, you know?
You might as well be fucking Sam Bankman-Fried saying, I didn't know I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I feel like Sam Bankman was a little more egregious though, you know? But yeah, similar concept. Those cryptos, bro, you gotta watch out. I don't know, man. No, man, I don't think cryptos is the way to go. If, like, you're gonna invest in something, dude. It just, a lot of them seem like they're scams, dude.
I was raised by my grandma. I'm old school as fuck. Like I've said in probably another episode, like I wish I could keep my money in my mattress and it would just gain interest because I don't like other people having control of it.
Yeah. And the digital thing is weird, dude.
It just doesn't make sense. Like blockchain to me doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah.
NFTs are stupid. Like these are all my personal opinions on it.
No one talks about NFTs anymore. I feel bad for some friends of mine because they invested heavily in NFTs. They did the whole Web3 real estate, which was the stupidest.
Was that where they were selling property in the metaverse?
Yeah. That is the stupidest concept. You can literally pay a programmer to make you land property and and just put it on a fucking hard drive. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I remember the first piece of property that sold in the metaverse was for like, I want to say over $1 million.
I believe it.
First property in metaverse.
People are going to scam, bro.
Okay, so just typing in first property in metaverse sold price. There's one of those like extra things you can click on. How much did metaverse land sell for? A $5 million piece of property sold. The biggest metaverse real estate transaction was a $5 million purchase by Curzio Research for 19 commercial properties in TCG World. So is there multiple metaverses?
Yeah, anyone can create one. That's what I'm saying. Metaverse is like saying the World Wide Web. Anyone can create a platform on the World Wide Web.
Okay, so besides that, there are other ones.
So like Facebook is called Meta now, but Metaverse isn't specific to Facebook.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can create your own meta world.
Apparently, there's one called Decentraland. They've got 3 of the 4, 5 top highest selling properties, ranging from 1,190,000 all the way up to 2,420,000.
Yeah, no one's seen return on that investment
for a piece of property in your Oculus.
Yeah, no one's gonna see return on that investment, bro. It's crazy. Times are crazy.
One day there might.
I doubt it, dude. You know what crypto's like? They've been taking a hit too.
I'm not saying just in the. I don't know. Just like Ready Player One seems more and more plausible as the days go by.
Yeah, but it's like that. You're not gonna pay for land that someone else created. It's like you can do the same thing with like Roblox, bro.
I mean, if you think about it, though, land, kind of. But
the land is valuable because there's not infinite space.
Yes.
In the real world, right? It's like we.
You can't.
But even then, the real estate market has its ups and downs. Either way,
You can't just develop a Minecraft server in Riverside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get it.
Make it 3D.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that reminds me, bro. I saw Avatar 3D today.
How was that?
It's a good movie, bro.
Have you heard of all the crazy shit about Avatar?
About what?
Like, there's support groups for people that have watched it because they get severe depression after seeing it.
Because is there sad it's over or what?
I didn't look into it too much. I just saw that. I just saw people were super sad after seeing Avatar.
Damn, you should hit low battery.
Oh, damn.
I don't have my battery pack.
10% or 20%?
20%.
No, we're good. How long has it been?
It's been hours.
I mean, we're chilling.
Has mine said anything?
No, you're just chilling still.
It's recording, right?
Yeah. I mean, I can't. I'm kind of drunk too, so I can't see this far. But I want to say yes.
Is there a square at the bottom right corner, or circle?
The square with the white circle around it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We're gravy.
That would have sucked.
That would have been horrible.
Yeah, Avatar was a good movie, bro. Honestly, I really liked it. I think it's worth the watch. I saw it in 3D, and I think it's really dope in 3D. Honestly.
I'm gonna go see it on mushrooms. Me and the chick I'm talking to want to go see it on mushrooms.
I've seen the first one on mushrooms like more times than not on mushrooms. It's a good movie to watch on mushrooms, dude.
Super vibrant shit like that.
The colors. And the patterns, bro. You know how like the Natu or whatever, it's like they have what looks like tattoos kind of,
Yeah.
And then it glows and shit. Remember how it glows? It lights up?
No, I've honestly.
Yeah, it lights up. They have like.
I've seen like half of Avatar 1 once.
It's a good movie too. I kind of like the first one better, but.
Do you have to watch the first one to really understand the second one?
If you've seen the first half of the first one, you're good. If you haven't seen it, then you're just not going to understand like the humans and the Avatar.
Yeah, and why they're fighting and all that shit.
Yeah, because especially like the second one's more centered around him and his family. They're all like his kids have like human blood in them and shit. So like.
He didn't have kids with that chick in the first one, right?
Yeah, he did.
He did?
Yeah. 4 of them. Well, 3 of technically, and then he adopted a girl.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Was it an avatar they adopted or a human?
No, it's the daughter of the girl, Grace, the girl scientist, the one that dies.
Thanks for ruining the movie.
Yeah. I thought you saw the first half, but she comes like she doesn't. Her human body dies.
There's a lot of drugs, Maurice.
But anyways, spoiler. Yeah, he adopts her daughter. But what's funny is I saw a meme about the Avatar 2, and they're saying how the sea people look like they're Dominican Republic. And so I take it like the forest people, they're like Native American, maybe African, whatever, dude. And then the second one's like Islanders. And so I was like, they need to make a third one in the mountains and make him Asian.
Make him Filipino.
Yeah. Right? Wouldn't that be dope, though?
That would work surprisingly well.
Yeah. The second one was cool. I like how they introduced a new species, dude. That was tight.
There's another one?
Yeah, so like I said, there's forest people and then there's water people.
Of the avatars?
Yeah. Well, the avatars are the humans that use that control that. They're called like something, I forgot what. Basically, yeah.
So of the blue people, there's 2 types, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, that they show. There could be more.
That's pretty cool.
I think the forest people are better though, to be honest.
Apparently, he's got 3 and 4 in the bag already.
Yeah. Is it going to take 13 years for each, or you can do it sooner?
No, I filmed them all at once, I guess.
Oh, smart.
So they're saying like consecutively they're gonna come out.
They could let out next year, probably.
Yeah, there was an article going around about how he didn't want to have like a Stranger Things effect happen.
Like where people forgot about it.
Not only that, but like they get older.
Oh,
Like, it's been lots of years since this first season of Stranger Things came out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it was a good movie, dude. Honestly, I really liked it. 3D was dope as fuck. It gives me a headache. Honestly, feel like 3D is not good for you, your eyes.
Nah, probably not.
It's
It
not good
probably
for your
puts mad
brain.
strain on your fucking eyes.
Yeah, it's my
You
brain.
have to
too.
just turn the red color from a blue color from one eye to one eye.
It wasn't red or blue this time. The glasses were like green or something, like a darkish green. They're different now.
That's weird. I'm
Yeah.
trying to like figure out how that would work.
I don't know. They're like green, I think, or like a dark blue. But even the glasses, are like they're plastic now and stuff, which is cool. Like regular
They
sunglasses.
feel better.
Yeah,
That's tight.
yeah. Anyways, this is a good movie, dude. Recommend it. 10 out of 10, dude.
All right, dude. Y'all heard it. Go see Avatar 2.
I'm not even a
man's
movie guy,
recommends
so
it.
I don't really watch movies or anything. But what's
Alright.
next?
I think we fucking hit all of yonder notes for most part. There was trying to India border, but I think we covered that unless there was a new update.
No, we did, but it's just because I already made the decision not to release that other one. So
Full Club Pooper. Ooh, here we go. Chapo's son got arrested.
Who?
Oviedo Guzman.
Oh yeah,
arrested.
Chapo. Yeah, Oviedo Guzman, bro. War in Mexico.
Another one.
Yeah.
Round 2.
Round 2, they arrested him for the second time. This time it seems like they don't want to let him go.
So, remember how you sent me that thing about the cartel, not the cartel, but the dude that worked for the federales?
Yeah.
That was on Lex Friedman.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently there is a Spanish version of WikiLeaks.
Uh-huh.
And there is a lot about the first one that happened
Uh-huh.
when he got arrested. And it was the Sinaloa people that were getting civilians out. Like, the cartel was helping the public more than the government to make sure that there were no casualties when it happened, which is pretty cool.
It's optics, though, because they're the ones creating it, though.
What?
The rampages, it's the cartels. It's like it's gang. It's all governed like a gang. It's like, this is our circle. You stay in our circle, and we'll protect you, type deal. But it's but at the same time, it's like, we're gonna take money from you.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying, but it's like they're the ones that are causing the problem in the first place.
Yes.
But they have to do that stuff because for them to operate the way they operate, it's like they have to have the people on their side.
They have to, as well as the government, because in the same like WikiLeaks thing, there's like all types of cool stuff about people in power just dealing with the cartels, and while at the same time there's reasons that you would be forced to deal with them, such as them taking your family hostage, blah blah blah. I can go along with it.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
But what happened?
Nothing. He's arrested. Doesn't seem like they want to let him go this time. I think I read the last post I read, which I think was this morning. So far, 20 people have died in the incident. Yeah. Like
getting him.
It's the battles between the cartels and the government. But I think like most of them has been the cartels. I think it's the less losses on the government side.
You think it's going to be a repeat?
Nah, I don't think they're going to release him. So I think the reason they made the arrest. So I remember reading how Biden gave him intelligence that the U.S. government had on the son. Anyways, Biden's supposed to meet with the president of Mexico soon, like real soon. So I think this is the president trying to flex, showing that he is like the one to clean up Mexico. So he can have a better relationship with America.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, especially because America's trying to move their business from China, and so they're looking at Mexico, they're looking at India, they're looking at the Philippines and Vietnam. So I think Mexico sees this as an opportunity to bring manufacturing, from
Yeah.
a Western country to their country. But in order to do that, it's like the government needs to feel like their assets are going to be secured. It's like no one's going to want to invest in a company if they know the factory is going to be in Mexico and the cartels are
You just
gonna
get
rob
raided
them.
whenever.
Yeah, that's my theory. I don't think there's nothing to prove that, but I think it makes sense.
It does, because it's like the Wild West still when you think about it out there. Like there's a lot of stability in certain places.
Yeah.
Like Mexico City is supposed to be like one of the most traveled to places on earth.
Yeah.
But there's still all that shit going around on the outside of it. So it totally makes sense.
Yeah. So that's we'll see if they let him go. I think they're not going to let him go though. I think if they do, it's going to really make their government look like
Bad.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the same president as the first time it happened. I think it is because I think it was only like earlier this year, right? Or last year? Or was it longer than that? So we'll see what happens with that. I don't know. I mean, the US got Chapo, so
They did, but
then they got the wife too. The wife's in jail too now.
she's in jail. She's looking at, I want to say, life.
I think she got less. I think it's like 7 or 8 years or something. I'm not sure though.
Originally, it was probably life, though.
Yeah.
Everything's current right now. All the arrests. Didn't want to give me the first time all this shit happened. Violence hits Mexico cartel stronghold. Yeah. Apparently just like he's fucking chalked right now.
Yeah. So, Mexico, not a good time to travel. Don't recommend that.
Would not want to go down to the Sinaloa area at all.
No.
No.
What's funny is when I did the pod with Justin, I told him about how the cartels are hiring for weed growers right now. They're trying to like become the new weed capital. And so I was like, dude, that'd be like, because from what I heard, they're paying really good, dude. And it's like, no, like they're looking specifically for people in California, So I was like, dude, I don't have a family, dude. I don't got any kids. I can speak Spanish. I have family in Mexico, actually. So,
Nope.
but now's not a good time.
Not the move.
I mean,
not the move at all.
For a year, make some money. Gotta risk it for the biscuit, baby. But yeah, no, I'm gonna wait till this dies down if I ever make that move.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right. I think we should call it.
All right, so
Thank you for coming to another episode.
yeah, we were supposed to have a guest today, but he canceled on us.
Last second.
Yeah, so we'll probably have a guest next week.
Yes.
Get you guys some entertainment. So until then, stay cool, smoke weed, and don't be a dick.
Yeah, live the good life. Don't be a heroin addict.
Yep. Bye, friends.
Bye.